Hey, Manitu Mike. I just realised, just thinking on what your comment was saying about sharing um, messages from spirit, being you know having a bit of a battle with that. Now, my friend Heather, a very good friend, she she sees she sees premonitions. She sees ghosts. She sees demons. Um, and she shut herself off from that for a long time because she was quite frightened of it and didn't know how to handle it. Now, she was very scared to open herself up to this sort of thing again. When I got back in contact with her back in November. But she's realised it's part of her. Well, part of her. She can close it off, but she's opened it back up again. And as far as I'm aware, it's not as bad as it was before. She's only opening up to certain things. I don't know, maybe it could be a way forward for you. Just opening yourself up to certain things, letting the good in, and obviously there's going to be the horrific side of things as well if I'm picking up on what you're sort of saying. I mean, I can't give advice. I don't have these abilities as much as you do, or my friend Heather, I have good instincts. I can sort of predict certain things, but no, she can predict mad serious things, like deaths and things like that, and it does scare her very much. She doesn't want to have to go and tell somebody, excuse me, I've had a dream, and you're in trouble. She doesn't want that side of things, but she's opening herself up more to the spiritual side of things, working on her self-belief in herself, and she's not inviting those negative sort of things in as much as, I don't know, she was letting them in when she didn't really understand. I mean, it's a learning curve still for her. It's a learning curve, big learning curve for me, because I've never sort of like gone fully into this. I wasn't really allowed to when I was growing up. It's always been there, but now I'm able to control who I give it out to and what comes in. And I'm sure that if you asked Spirit to be more gentle, I don't know, ask the universe to only help you channel things that you can cope with. I'd like to help you along your way of coming to terms with this and helping you develop this and move forward, because obviously it's something that's affecting you, not being able to get all this out, and having somewhere to do it. Like I say, yeah, feel free to do it here. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you just a little sort of like story of my friend. Yeah, she was very scared to open herself up to all this again, but she's doing it, and yeah, she's getting good results. As far as I'm aware, she's had a few strange, horrible dreams. Whether they was premonitions or not, pray to God that they're not premonitions, because they were horrible. She told me about it. But I think that she's in control of actually recognising what they are, and whether to talk to people or not. She has that choice now, and she knows that she's not going mad. She knows that it's a gift. She knows that that there's people there that will support her, like me. As long as she wants to do it, I'll encourage her as much as possible, and I'll do that with anybody. You know, I'm very fascinated in this thing, you know, but I only open myself up to a certain extent. I mean, I grew up terrified of ghosts and things like that. You know, I've had some weird experiences, but I try and I love watching ghost programs and stuff like that. But I've always thought that if I ever sort of like encountered something evil or a ghost, I'd freak out. I'm sort of like coming across the idea now that I won't. You know, especially since loved ones have passed away, and I can feel their energy around me. Um, I mean, you have the evil side of things, and there are precautions that you can take for that, you know. Especially in other people, you know, you see their demons. I was talking to somebody yesterday, just a random person at the park, and he was on about the same thing. There are so many demons, you know, on narcissists, just empty souls. You know, that demons inhabit, yeah, live inside of. And you know, and I've got this theory that, you know, narcissists are just on the start of their journey. You know, that they haven't learnt all these lessons. You know, like us empaths, you know, we are called old souls because we do know so much that helps us move forward. And I think once the balance flips from all this narcissistic, toxic people taking over our lives, not just like family settings, friends and work colleagues, but governments and world leaders and business owners, you know, once it flips that, you know, that they're not in control anymore, I think we'll be able to express ourselves better. Our gifts will be accepted more, because I think that this is what the universe is about. You know, it's all energy. We are all energy. We are all created. We all vibrate at certain levels. The world vibrates at a certain level. The sun, the solar system, the universe. You know, we're all connected. And yeah, we need balance. And if we don't have that balance, then things go tips up. I didn't have balance in my life, and I took it out on myself. My brain knew that I didn't have balance, but I didn't understand. But when I found out that, you know, what I had to do to move forward away from these toxic people and be able to recognise who they are, I can select a better type of person to be able to open up to instead of opening up to the wrong people. And you know, they appreciate me for doing that. You know, I found that with this YouTube channel, very much so. I mean, you've always got to feel comfortable about opening up about anything, especially when it's deemed as weird and crazy, and you know that you're a nut and things like that, because you see things or you can do things, or you know, you can channel messages, or you know, you see premonitions or whatever. You know, there's many different talents out there that us people have. And unfortunately, the narcissists, they just don't have the ability to do that. Not in this lifetime, anyway. Their brains just aren't developed in a way that they can. Where ours are developed in a way that we can do these sorts of things. You know, and I am linking everything with my own sort of like research. I've linked a lot of the universe and spirituality with psychology. And you can do the same throughout time. You know, you have your toxic leaders. You know, are they all just narcissists that have had a lack of empathy? You know, their brains haven't developed in a certain way, and they feed off us empaths because we're too kind. We're too kind to stand up and say no. You know, when we should do, or we don't even know that we can do. But yeah, there needs to be a flip, and I do believe that this flip is going on. You know, it's the same as the Earth at the moment. The poles are flipping, all its magnetic cores flipping. You know, and I can see it across the world as well with certain beliefs, old beliefs being left behind, and new beliefs. Well, it's probably still beliefs that we've had for generations and generations, but they're empathetic beliefs that are now coming to the front. You know, we're caring more about people instead of just walking past and not caring at all. And it's people like us that, if we stand up and we show our abilities and show that they are a gift to the world, show that they can be, it's the way to move forward. I think it'd be a lot easier for you to share your own abilities, your own messages. But yeah, finding the right platform to do that on, even if it's just friends that you can trust, or even on here, like I say, I will never call you nuts or crazy. I'll embrace everything that you have to say, because it's from spirit. There's just too many coincidences and things relate too much to that side of the universe. I can't ignore it anymore, and it's just that you have to let it flow. Embrace it, embrace who you are, and just share with the right people. Well, yes, I'm ever so sorry. I just thought I had to, I don't know why, I just felt like I had to do that, to share that little story with you, and just my thoughts and feelings on that. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of others out there that would want you to nurture your gifts, and help others with it, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's caring for others and showing support and love in whatever way that you can. Whether it be spiritual, even if you're not spiritual, just being kind to people and loving, that love makes the world go round, apparently, and I believe that it does. We've not really tried that yet, but I think we should. Spread more love into the world, and this world will be such a better place. Spread more kindness and empathy in people. Allow empaths to come out and be who they are, kind and generous, without people taking advantage. Excuse the cars outside. But yeah, I'm not saying go and do it, if it's not making you comfortable, then no, don't do it, but yeah, there's nothing to fear. Deep down, the universe doesn't want to harm you, it's just the toxic people that want to harm you, unfortunately, and it's just weeding them out, which ones you can open up to and which ones you can't. But yeah, I do hope you find peace with your predicament, and I hope this helped a little bit. So I shall stop waffling on and I shall say goodbye. Bye bye.